Hey, Tom, how are you? Listen, tell your boss I'm delivering the B4 barrel.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Tommy,
Yeah.
do me a favor. I've delivered hundreds of these things. I have never seen one in operation.
Okay, wait a minute, watch. This here, that's a bad shot, right?
Yeah.
See that action? This is a Monroe. Look at that control.
Oh, that's beautiful. Hey, listen, I got one more thing to drop off, but I'm going to need your boss to sign.
Yeah, right, I'll get him.
Hi, I'm Mike Monroe. I'm here to help you sell Monroe shock absorbers.
Well, I'll be. Hey, just a second, Eddie. I didn't order that. Oh, yeah, you sure did. One Monroe B4 barrel, right? Right. But not that dummy. Oh, the B4 barrel's over there with a demonstrator. This is a Monroe promotion. Anyhow, just sign here. Look, a Monroe man will be along to explain it all to you. And believe me, this ain't no dummy. See you later, Eddie. No dummy, eh?
Hi, I'm Mike Monroe. I'm here to help you sell Monroe shock absorbers.
Hey, that's really something.
A Monroe Super 500 gives the customer 50% more shock capacity than the standard 1-inch shock. That's why Monroe calls it the shock and a half.
What do you know? Shock and a half.
Detroit production for 1970. 8,388,204 cars. Fact, after 2 years or 25,000 miles, a car is a prime prospect for replacement shocks. Potential. Total prospective business, 33,552,816 shock absorbers.
Hey, Tommy, come here.
I was just replacing Hendrick's old muffler. He's in bad shape.
Get a load of this.
Oh, wow, hey, I'm a robot.
No, the Monroe barrel, but it talks.
Yeah?
Shocks on brand new cars can be inadequate. Not enough shock capacity for the car or the job it has to do. Fact, new cars can be prime prospects for Monroe's shock and a half.
Hey, that's something else. Look, you mind if I try it?
Go ahead.
Okay, let's try 6 and
A
3.
recent Gallup survey shows that over 50% of car owners are aware of the need for replacing shocks and what shocks can do for safety, comfort, and economy. And an even greater percentage put Monroe at the top of the brand name list.
Like Monroe is #1, right?
Ain't that something?
There's nothing wrong with being #1.
Oh, I mean the barrel. It's hard to believe.
Listen, they can do anything with electronics these days. Hey, what do you think auto means, huh?
Auto? It's got to mean cars.
You have just activated my automatic response control. From this point on, I'm programmed for a full 24-hour period of instant response to voice command. You may ask any question, pose any problem in any sequence, and receive instantaneous answers. I am at the ready. Proceed.
What the heck do you make of that?
Anything you like.
Hey, I gotta try this. Look, I know that I think the Monroe shock absorbers are a really great idea. But what's it all about?
Monroe's shock and a half gives the dealer one of the best-selling propositions he's ever had. And he can sell circles around the cheapies and even standard 1-inch shocks. Customers can't ignore the comparison, and the dealer only has to sell down if the customer insists on it.
Look, this is no big station. I mean, I sell a few shocks, always have.
That's just it. You can sell more.
Hold it right there. I'm just an average dealer.
Believe me, you can do it. If you work and use the help Monroe gives you, you can sell more.
Like what help?
The package that came with me.
What package? Hey, Eddie brought a package.
Yeah, where did I see that package?
It's over there someplace. It's
Right.
straight ahead.
Yeah, here it is. What's that all about?
That's Monroe's merchandising package.
What's in it?
Lots of good working ideas to help you sell.
Like what?
Steering wheel tags. Lets the customer know you checked his shock absorbers and what should be done about them.
Is that a clipboard?
That is correct. Just the right size to hand to your credit customer when he's signing for his purchase.
You can't miss Monroe on that, can you?
That is correct. That's the idea. Just another reminder about shock absorbers.
Hey, this is really different.
That's Monroe's new traffic sign poster, and it's a real traffic stopper. Put it up where they can see it. They'll get the message.
Watch me stump him now. What's this picture all about, huh?
You're holding it upside down. Thank you. That's the Monroe M900, the big barrel with the bigger assortment of Monroe products that really puts you in the shock absorber business.
You mean we get this next?
The way you're going to sell shock absorbers, you'll want that big M900.
What makes you so sure?
Monroe advertising, a lot of it. All year round, newspaper, magazines, radio, and television. No hit-and-run advertising, but the kind that continually reminds customers that good shocks help make a safe car. And that Monroe makes good shocks. The best, the best, the best, the... Thank you. And Monroe backs all that up with a lifetime guarantee on Monroe-matics, Super Duties, Super 500s, and front and rear load levelers. Customers will hear all this over and over again, so they'll know. All you have to do is remind them.
So, in a way, you're saying that Monroe shocks sell themselves.
In a manner of speaking, they do. You see, people know about Monroe shock absorbers, the Monroe safety story, and the Monroe shock and a half. But you have to remind them to have their shocks checked.
Seems to me I've heard all this before.
You did.
Where?
The Monroe meeting.
Yeah, that's right. It was the guy in the yellow jacket at the Bates Auto Parts meeting the other night. Right.
Remember what he said?
All of it? Well, he said look for the problem and gift certificate. Yeah, he said we could get some really great prizes by selling sharks.
Hey, Ralph, would you take care of that customer? Look for the problem, think of the Monroe answer, and never forget to ask for the order.
That's it. Do that. Keep up your inventory, and you'll have no problem.
No problem. Some people think I run a gas station. The damn thing runs me. I'm busy.
Everybody who sells is busy. Remember, your customers come to you. So develop a sharp eye for prospects, and then take a minute to tell them your story.
Who's got a minute?
Look, when you say, check your oil, and the customer says yes, you may sell a quart of oil, right?
Yeah, we sell a lot of oil.
You should sell all the oil you can, but don't miss selling shock absorbers with big dollar profit. It only takes a minute. Remind the customer to have the shock absorbers checked. You may not sell them all, but you'll sell more. Maybe most of them.
How?
Well, let's see.
Hey, where are you going?
Okay, let's take this car.
Yeah, I'm working on that. I'm putting in a new muffler.
This car is over 2 years old.
Yeah, right.
Perfect. Take a look at the shocks.
All right.
Notice any oil on the lower half? Oil stains?
Yeah, a little.
Leaky shocks. Seal's gone. And chances are the others are going the same way. And that's a shock and a half sale.
Yeah, but some customers say that a little leak really doesn't mean that much.
In a shock absorber, a little leak is just a big one, taking a little more time.
Yeah, I really never thought of it that way.
Leaky shocks are bad, Tommy. Bad business. Cause bad shocks. You know, cause front-end wear and tear, tie rods, ball joints, tire wear too.
That is correct. Tell the customer how front-end problems can mean a big repair bill, not to mention safety. Give him the facts. Only takes a minute or so. Now, about that Buick over there.
Hey, how did you know that was a Buick?
Anybody knows that.
You know, you're weird. You're really, really weird.
Not at all. In for a tune-up, right?
You're right.
Make it a checkup. Check out the shocks.
Shocks on this Buick? It's just about a year old.
You gotta be
His
kidding.
rear end drags.
Look, this guy thinks he's got a practically brand new car.
Give him reasons. Chances are he's a salesman or a mechanic or
Yeah, he's a salesman.
he carries unusual loads, so he's a perfect prospect for Monroe load levelers.
But it's almost brand new.
Makes no difference. The shocks are inadequate. Inadequate shocks are as bad shocks, and the end results are the same. Tough handling, dip, sway, no stability, and stability is important for a man who drives like he has to. But you must tell him.
Hey, Tommy, get this. Okay, so far, so good. What about that Dodge station wagon over there?
Inadequate shocks.
You struck out, Tubby. That's so new it's still got the sticker on it.
What does it normally carry?
I don't know, really. Just fixed a flat for the owner. He's down the road in a diner with his family.
Family?
Yeah, he's got the whole crew along. He's got his wife and his mother. I don't know, maybe his mother-in-law. He got 4 kids with him.
And all that luggage in the back? Aha, something unusual here. Not normal equipment.
Normal enough. The trailer hitch. For his boat, he said.
Plus everything else you mentioned.
Well, yes.
Face it, he needs Super 500s, a shock and a half, to take the float out of the front end, and ride leveler air units for the rear. Pump them up when you carry extra weight or tow. Would you please bring your air test unit here?
How did he know we had one? All right, I'll go get it.
I better go get the air hose.
Use this to demonstrate. Place under the bumper. Pump them up for the extra load or towing. Let out the air for normal use. Show the customer how air levelers work and you'll sell them.
Makes a lot of sense.
Thank you. And when you get your customers to say that, you're selling shock absorbers. Remind them to let you check. Check, and you'll sell.
It's possible.
Affirmative. It's being done every day, everywhere in the country, and it's a good deal all around. Good for you because it gives you what you're in business for, profit, and good for your customers.
Hey, that's old Talbot. I'll go get him, Tommy.
You know, that sure sounds easy.
Nothing's easy, but it can take a lot less doing than you think. Now take that car. That's a live one. If you're busy on the island, that's good. That's business, and you don't keep it waiting. But all it takes is a second, and you can find out if your customer is a prospect for shocks. Sometimes it's just a matter of asking when the shocks were checked last, or if the driver has had any unusual problems in going over bumps, dips, tracks, and driveways. You've got to talk to people in terms of benefits for them, about safety and economy and comfort. People are more apt to listen if your story is straight to the point and the benefits are clear. All it takes to start things is a minute. Just a reminder. So whenever possible, use the demonstrator barrel or the new ride leveler test unit. Check, double check, and always ask for the order. That's all there is to it.
We're going to put shocks on Mr. Talbot's car. He's going to wait for it, so get a move on, okay?
Okay. Hey, Super 500s.
Right.
You know, little old buddy, you sure do good work.
Well, thank you. It looks like my work here is all done. So good luck, goodbye, and good selling. If I can be of any further assistance, do not hesitate to ask.
Look, there's this girl in 5A. She lives upstairs from me, and I want to have a date with her, right? But I don't know how to approach her. Maybe you can tell me what I should say.
I've enjoyed working on this film for Monroe. As for Mike, well, this was our way of presenting the Monroe barrel. We had a little fun in getting across the idea that the barrel talks.
Hi.
Hi, Rich.
How are you?
But the fact is, a Monroe barrel, the kind you see in front of service stations all across the country, does talk. It talks in its own way by just being there as a constant reminder that shock absorbers should be checked and replaced with Monroe, the shock and a hat.